guys, it's Molly with Soul School Spiritual Guidance and Healing, and I'm so very, very, very happy to be here with you guys today. I decided to kind of open up shop, and meaning that I'm now accepting messages from Spirit, and I feel like a queue has formed around my block. There's so many different entities that would like to use me to communicate with you guys today. So what we're going to do is we're going to prioritize the galactic guides because they do come through on a much higher frequency. It can be a little bit louder and almost overbearing sometimes when I have multiple guides that are wanting to communicate with me. The galactic guides they just have a way of pushing their way to the front of the line. So that's what I've got for you guys today. We'll call this a Starseed special, but of course any of you who are interested in receiving messages from our interstellar guides, our off-planet mentors and teachers, if you will, that's what this is going to be about today. If you guys are interested in booking a personal reading with me, check out the description box below. All the information that you need is going to be there. Thank you so much for being here with me today on my channel, okay? So this is actually my second take because there are so many messages coming in. I had to really ground myself in order to be able to channel them. There is a message that wants to come in first and foremost from the Galactic Guides. And for some reason, channeling these messages makes me so thirsty. That has to do with the fact that this full moon is in a fixed sign. If you guys, by the way, did not catch my full moon message that I put out yesterday, please check it out. If any of what I'm saying today resonates, I have a feeling that there are going to be many messages that I will be getting out to you guys in the next 27, 28 days, basically over the course of this full moon cycle, that are going to fall under the umbrella of the theme that is discussed in that full moon message. It's called Lost and Found, and it's about reclaiming pieces of ourselves that we have given away, and in doing so actually ended up giving some of our power away as well. So it's a beautiful, beautiful energy, but they want me to really specifically talk about the fact that there's a special energy that we have access to. They're showing me windows opening and closing, which means I feel like it's portals that are opening and closing whenever we are at a full moon in a fixed sign. All right. And oh gosh, okay, let me get out what I know. They're giving me more information and I just want to get out what I know. So the fixed signs, of course, being Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Aquarius and Leo are masculine signs. They are fire and air. And I do feel like when there is a full moon either in Leo or Aquarius, right? What we have is a very special energy that affects the masculine within each of us, okay? Not just the masculine collective or people who identify as masculine, but all of us have that, of course, masculine within us. So something about the Aquarius-Leo axis, when there is a full moon, because full moon is in opposition, where the sun is in one sign and the moon is in its opposite. When that is in Aquarius, on the Aquarius-Leo axis, that's an energy that's particularly going to affect or resonate with the masculine within each of us. Whereas the Taurus Scorpio axis is about, and please hold off, is about the feminine, okay? The reason I'm saying please hold off is because I'm getting more explanation about this phenomenon before I even got those words out of my mouth. So thank you guys for your patience with me. Thank you, Spirit, as always, for your patience with me as well, okay? I feel like I do have this obsidian. I picked this up yesterday. I freaking love it. I'm just going to do a quick cleanse of these cards, of the area, because I feel like I'm kind of fighting against some conflicting energies, and I'm just going to get those out of here, all right? Okay. So, all right. When we have a full moon in a fixed sign, there is a very particular energy, let's say a portal or a window that opens up. With the feminine energies, this allows for tremendous movement, tremendous change in the inner world, within the self, within the psyche, within the energetic channels of the body. When the full moon is in a air or fire in one of the masculine fixed signs, what it's almost like this portal opens that gives us an extra special ability to affect our surroundings, okay? To take action, to be assertive, to make choices, to act with confidence. That's really cool. I never really knew that, but that's just a message that's coming through. They're saying to me now, look towards Aldebaran, look towards Antares. I believe that because there are 4 fixed stars that create, that are in the fixed signs, all right? I can't think of the other 2 right now. But you guys, if you know astrology, and especially if you know historical astrology, these 4 fixed stars in these fixed signs are very, very important, okay? They serve as portals. I'm getting the word portals again. It's almost as if that in those particular parts of the sky, in the area of those particular fixed stars, which, by the way, I think it's Aldebaran. I've got the computer right here. Aldebaran is in Taurus and Antares is in Scorpio, okay? And I feel like these are points in the sky that are almost like hubs, all right, for our galactic guides, or at least the way that our galactic guides are sharing information with us. Somehow it's coming from these 4 points in the sky. Let me see what I'm talking about here. Aldebaran star is in fact in the constellation of Taurus. Antares, I know, is in Scorpio because that's a star that's been talking to me all summer, okay? Antares, by the way, is a very important, it's almost like a gateway to other universes, okay? It's a beautiful red star, and in fact, the name Antares literally means not Mars, because it looks so much like Mars. They were like, well, we're gonna name that not Mars. So everybody knows when they look at the sky and they see something red, if it's twinkling, it's a star, that's Antares, it's not Mars, okay? So I wonder if there is a deeper message in that it's not Mars, okay? There's something about it. Work smarter, not harder is what I'm hearing, okay? I feel like what's going on with the Antares is it is serving as a gateway, a portal, almost like for information that to eventually get to us, right? New ways of solving old problems that do not rely on war or aggression or even that much labor necessarily. That's what's coming through right now, okay? What else do I want to say about Antares? Okay, the way that that's happening, okay, the way that this information is shared with us and it comes into our solar system is as such. If you could imagine, you know, like back in World War I and World War II, they would have these flyer campaigns where they would drop leaflets. Like, let's say, and this is a real thing that happened, like America had a certain type of propaganda that they wanted to disseminate in China. So they just loaded a bunch of pamphlets, leaflets into a plane and just dropped them over the countryside. Dropped them all over China. You're sending them out there. You don't know who's going to pick them up, but you know that you're making that information available. And that is a lot of how new ideas reach us on the planet Earth, okay? Is that there's this sort of like, they drop down these little energetic leaflets of ideas, and I'm talking about like free energy, okay? Things like that, things on that scale, new earth energies, the kind of stuff that we keep talking about, what we're gonna see in the 5D, in the new earth, in the fourth density is what I prefer to call it, okay? But that's really interesting because Antares is definitely, oh, okay, what they're telling me now is that the sun's proximity in the zodiac to Antares actually allows the sun to help disseminate some of this energy and information as well, okay? When I say energy and information, it's light particles, okay? So when I talk about us being light workers, we're the ones that those particles are attracted to. Okay, so we can pick up those ideas and come up with new ideas about how to get along in the world without aggression, without war, without labor. That's what Mars represents. Okay, thank you, Spirit. That was kind of unexpected. Let me talk about these 4 fixed stars, because I know I've read this before. The royal stars is what they are called, okay? The constellations of the royal stars were said to be fixed because their positions were so close to the 4 fixed points of the sun's path, okay? So this goes back to ancient Babylon. Let me name them for you. Aldebaran, Regulus, Antares, and Fomalhaut, which is... Regulus is in Leo, and Fomalhaut, I suppose, is in Aquarius. But these are the 4 royal stars. If you guys are interested, you can go. You can look at them. But the reason why they're important is it has to do with their position during the solstices and equinoxes. All right. I'm definitely going to do some research into that later. But you guys. 11:20. Oh, I need my music back. 11:20, and I don't have any cards out on the table, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. Thanks for your patience with me getting this message out. You guys, returning the favor. By the way, this is really, really important. This is coming up. My first take that I tried to do with you guys, we had the card. There's like 108 cards. I'm not going to find it if I flip through. We had the card Association of Worlds. It is essentially an intergalactic organization that some of you guys might liken to the Galactic Federation. It is essentially a collective of other civilizations, social memory complexes, which is essentially what happens when a society evolves to the point that they're acting as a group consciousness, okay? And they just wanted to come through because if you guys saw the message I put out several weeks ago about eruptions and weird tunnels, like that's what's going on. We're still going through the Willy Wonka tunnel. All right, where things just get weird. And we're kind of looking around at our guides like, what the actual fudge? And then they're just smiling back at us the way that Willy Wonka did on that crazy ass ride. But their message is that they are here for us, okay? And the reason why, please understand that this is not charity on their part, okay? This is a reciprocal relationship. Dang, okay. Sorry, I'm gonna get that, okay. It just sounded kind of blunt. There's a little bit of a thank you going on here, you guys. All right, the reason why all of these civilizations are so invested in Earth at this time is because of the fact that Earth lent itself as a little bit of almost like a playground, a sandbox, a petri dish for other civilizations in the past. And we're talking about eons ago, okay? Well, not eons, millennia, okay? Okay? Yeah, I'm talking about ancient aliens type stuff. Because there will come a point in our evolution as a collective, because right now we're hopping from 3D to 4D. Okay, once we get through that density vibrational band, and we begin to enter into a 5th density, that's when we will begin operating as a group consciousness. But there's also a point in our evolution where Earth is going to be supporting another planet or civilization's evolution. Okay. The fact that they're able to help us helps them, is what I'm saying. It furthers their evolution as much as it furthers ours. However, I feel like the galactic guys want to come through and be like, look, we got to be real with you guys. There's a lot of experimentation that goes on our level. Okay? Meaning plans that are put into place hoping that there will be a certain outcome, and sometimes something else comes out instead. right? I've talked about this when it comes to the twin flame journey, okay? Twin flame journey is definitely a starseed experiment, okay, that we all knew. Anybody who considers themselves to be a twin flame, first of all, you guys know that I reject the primary narrative that's out there. I think it's actually out there to create confusion and keep us off path. But if you're interested in the messages that I have channeled about the twin flame journey, check them out. They're on my channel. Google, search them up in a little search bar and you will find them. But the fact that it is an experiment, essentially, that we agreed to, okay? It was like, let's try this. What if? It's not like, oh, if we make twin flames a thing, that's for sure gonna work. 100%, it's gonna come off without a hitch. No, okay? Same with the waves of volunteers. That's why there's had to be so many more waves. Because the first wave shows up and they're like, oh shit, here's some experiences that can help inform the next wave and the next wave and the next wave, okay, of volunteers. And I'm talking about the Dolores Cannon philosophy of the different waves of volunteers that are coming to the earth at this time, okay? Galactic guides are coming in and being like, you have to understand, this is a laboratory. This is not, we don't always know what we're doing, but we always have the best intentions for you. Okay? And so they're almost saying, please trust us. Please trust where we're guiding you. Please trust that we always, always, always have, I understand. Okay, these guys are saying we always, I'm feeling a very strong Arcturian energy, okay? And what it's saying right now is please believe that there are others out there experimenting in ways that basically it's almost like their purpose is not our highest good. Their purpose is their highest good, all right? Understand that there are galactic guides out there that are, they're not looking out for us. They're looking out for themselves. But it's the same with spirit guides. I've told you guys that before. If you go out into meditation, if you go out to astral travel, if you want to open up your third eye, if you want to connect with spirit, understand you're opening up the door to the light and the dark. Okay? So this message has come through before about being cautious about who you're encountering in time space. Okay? Remember here where you're watching this video, this is space time. Okay? Time space is where you go when you're traveling via consciousness. Okay? So just be careful. Use your protections. I love this because I feel like I'm having the birds and the bees talk, but it's not about condoms and birth control pills. It's about invisibility cloaks and light bubbles and inverted pyramids. And I mean, really get into, I'm going to share what resources I have about spiritual protection. But that's very important right now, okay? If you feel like you've been on a path of ascension and all of a sudden now you've taken this big step back, you've been thrown back into things like self-doubt, negative self-talk, laziness, confusion, lack of motivation, lack of inspiration, get your protections in place, okay? Because don't blame yourself for that, all right? It's almost as if there has been this battle, there is constantly ongoing this, I don't even want to call it a battle, let's call it a dance between the light and the dark. And it's the light's turn to lead. And the dark does not want to give that up. Okay? Okay? I'm going to make another Hitler metaphor. You guys, sorry. And it's just because Jordan Peterson's been popping up in my newsfeed or in my YouTube algorithm. I don't agree with everything. But he says some interesting things. They make me think. And he was talking about how When Hitler really started to realize that he was going to lose the war, he amped up activity at the concentration camps. Like he amped it up, he ramped it up, he accelerated. They were putting more resources. Instead of putting resources into trying to win the war, they were just trying to take out as many enemies as they could before their fall. And I feel like, I'm sorry to bring up something so dark, right? But I feel like that is the metaphor that fits what's going on with the dark forces that are interfering with us at this time. They know they're not going to win this battle. So they're going to try to take out as many of us light workers as they can, simply by interrupting our balance, by interrupting our flow state, by interrupting our connection to source, by interrupting our self-love, stuff like that, okay? So the good news is, y'all, these light workers are strong. You are strong. You are spiritual warriors. Many of us by now have the tools we need. We just need to be aware of the fact that that's something that can happen, okay? That's something that is happening right now, all right? The dark knows that they are not going to, they're not going to win. They have to give up their position as the leaders of this dance. And they're fighting back against that now hard. These are more Galactic Heritage cards. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Remember how I talked about social memory complexes and how that's a thing that exists in other densities, right? Hive mind, the ability for us to begin to act as a collective. And don't worry, we're not like, we're still going to be each our individual selves, right? But imagine if you had access to the memories and experiences of everybody else in your collective, okay? Unity is what we're working towards. Okay, unity is what they really want to support us in at this time. For some of you guys, insects are going to be showing up for you as synchronicities and signs. Okay? We have this way of thinking that they're wanting us to, that essentially they're assisting us in shifting. Okay? And this is the type of thinking that goes, that says we can't all have it all, right? This is scarcity thinking. This is thinking that, was the term zero-sum game the one that I'm thinking of? The idea that we can't all win. That there has to be losers in the world. That in order for somebody to be on top, somebody else has to be on bottom. That's falling away. Okay? And in fact, I'm going to restate that, because to say falling away makes it feel like it's just like a leaf that's been chilling on a tree and, oh, it's autumn, I've changed colors and I'm just going to fall away. No, it's going to be, that's a little bit of what is, if there is a battle, there's grasping going on here. There's grasping going on here. There are energies out there that want to keep you thinking that your neighbor can't do well. Like if your neighbor does well, you're going to suffer. Okay? And that's the culture that we were raised in, especially here in America. If you're in a capitalist society, you probably have been taught to believe that there's only so much to go around. And I mean, to be real, natural resources are limited, especially the way things are going these days. But it's an old paradigm. And they want to bring in a new paradigm of abundance, that there's enough for all of us, because there really, really, really is. Okay? I'm not going to try to explain to you the logistics of that right now, because that's just a message that's coming through. Okay? I mean, you guys know there's been this talk that like, oh, if the World Health Organization had $6 million or $6 billion, whatever, they could cure, just completely like eliminate poverty all over the planet. You guys know that we're capable. Like, we could do that. There's enough here on this planet for all of us. It's just the mentality and the culture and the way of thinking. Oh my God. He scared the crap out of me. That makes us feel like it's a zero-sum game, that there's not enough for all of us here on the planet. Okay? So, Spirit is asking us to believe in the abundance of our lives before evidence of it appears. Okay? Take a leap of faith towards this new paradigm. It's not a zero-sum game. Everybody can win. Okay? In fact, the energies that are present, that are affecting us on this earth at this time, that are trying to win by oppressing or subjugating others, they believe they are still fully attached to this old paradigm. That there can only be one winner and that everybody else has to be losers, okay? And here's what the vibe is, that this grows within the mind of all of us who believe, like in the collective of the Lightworkers, in the collective of the people, the collective of not those in power. And so rather than appealing to those in power for change, the message here is just make change. Make it on a local level. Make it in your community. Don't ask for permission from the powers that be. Get together with other like-minded people and start creating solutions towards the future. Solutions for the new earth. Get out there and pick up those little leaflets that our galactic guides are sprinkling down on us here on this planet Earth. Okay? And it's information about sustainability, about our relationship to the earth, about energy, about free unlimited energy for the planet. Please understand that's a direction we're working towards. Okay? It's beautiful. If you look past this old paradigm, just ignore it. Just pretend it's not there anymore. Understand that it is and allow it to continue to operate. But it's almost like Spirit is saying, our galactic guides is saying, look, the best use of your energy is not fighting the old guard. It's building the new earth. Just do it. Don't ask for permission. Just put it to work, okay? Babes, I love you. I love you. That was a message too, of course. Y'all know I resonate with this Sirius energy, but we have here the Arcturian energy as well. Energy transmission. Look at all those little thingies being dropped. Didn't I tell you these are the pamphlets, you guys? They're up there. They're up there. They're in our environment. And they're making little tiny leaflets of information, of data, of light, new ideas, new solutions available to us. And it's the enlightened that are going to, again, it's going to be attracted to us. That's why these look like little lightning bugs to me, okay? Light to the light. Light is attracted towards light. All right? Don't ask the establishment permission to create new earth. That's the Lightworkers version of the revolution will not be televised. No, don't ask permission. Let's just start building it. Okay? There, you guys. This is specifically Sirian and Arcturian energy coming through. By the way, Sirius energies, like when I talk about the helpers and the guides, the mentors that we have on the it's not the material plane. I'm not trying to tell you guys that there's a bunch of guides living on Venus the way that you and I live on the planet Earth. Okay? But they inhabit the sphere in the same way that fairies and elementals inhabit our sphere, right? They're another dimensional energy that resides in the Venusian sphere. You can visit them. You can go do astral travels. Go to Divine Light Meditation as a YouTube channel and just search up Venus. There's some beautiful guided meditations there. Okay? Long-term goals. You guys, the reason why the Sirians are showing up right now is because, how do I say this? They're zooming out, so I'm seeing a really big image here, a really big picture. Sirius, oh babies, thank you. Sirius looks at us like a little sister. Okay, Earth civilization, right? Because our path of evolution is so similar to what theirs has been. Okay? So certain things, in fact, they really are, yes. This card that says long-term goals, and it's from the past time stream. What it is that this planet needs is what Sirius has been through thousands of years ago, and they're helping us through what we're going through right now. Okay, but also Sirius is an energy of, Sirians are the builders of worlds. Okay, it was Sirian energies that shared how and why to make pyramids with ancient peoples. Okay, the Sirians are builders of worlds. So when we talk about constructing new Earth, Sirian energy, okay? Okay? I feel like there's this popularity game where, and I'm not talking any smack whatsoever, but everybody's like, I'm a Pleiadian. Y'all, we can't forget our Sirian heritage on this planet, how much they have done for ourselves. I'm not discounting the support that has been offered to us by the Pleiadians. It's been largely healing. And I'm going to say about a year and a half ago, it was the primary energy that we were experiencing that we really needed as a collective on this planet right now. It's time to build the new Earth. Just slowly, in little steps, in little communities all over the world. It begins here. Okay? You don't need to ask anybody permission. Take back authority. That's how this ties in to the full moon message. Have you given away your own authority? Are you wanting to ask or receive permission from somebody to shine your light, to do your work, to start building? Because Spirit's like, don't. We give you permission. Okay? Wow. You guys. One card from the Starseed Oracle. Is that where we want to come from? They want me to do Moonology. Okay, let's do that. They want me to double up the Moonology with the Sacred Traveler. So we're going to get one card out of each deck, and they will together, they'll work together is what I'm hearing. Okay, that fell down. It's face down. I don't know what it is. Thank you guys again for being here. Please like the video if you liked it. Thank you for your patience with me, you guys. Like I said before, the Galactic Messages, like they're coming from, it's like, you know, trying to listen to a radio station in your city versus trying to listen to a radio station that's coming from another planet, you know? So it does take a lot to focus and get these messages through, but I'm happy to do it because I'm learning. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Like the video if in fact you do like it. I can't remember if I said that. And there will not be an extended for this one. I'm really trying not to do that. I don't want to make you guys pay money to get your Starseed messages. But if you do want to support me on any of the other extendeds, please do know that it makes a difference. Thank you so much to all of our galactic guides who have shown up, who are sharing their love, their light, and their knowledge with us at this time. What card will we pair with this Moonology Oracle card, please? Two? They said take them both. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. You guys, I'm tying this in with the long-term goals. And then look, I'm going to tie this in with the way showing. Wise leader says you are a beacon for others. This says expand your horizons. Okay? The possibilities are absolutely endless. Doesn't this guy look a lot? He reminds me of like the Fool character from the tarot. And I feel like this is a huge new beginning. This is us stepping into the fourth density. Into the next phase of our evolution as a planet. I don't know why, you guys. This is what's coming through. Celtic, Norse, but also Mount Shasta. They told me that this is Mount Shasta in the background. Okay. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Please understand that it is a literal passing of a torch to be a light worker. Okay? Because the galactic guides, they bring in the energy. You know, I mean, the energy is where we came from before we stepped into this particular incarnation. But then once we're here, it's like we lose access to it, right? So as much as they share their light with us and our guides, please understand each and every one of you guys are going to be a guide out in the world as well. Okay? Stop asking for permission and start finding the people. Start finding your hive, your people, your fellow lightning bugs. They're going to help you build that renewable energy program or innovative educational program, or you know, whatever it is that you guys are out there inventing. They're healing modalities, their way of caring for young people. It's ways of caring for the earth, ways of feeding each other, ways of working with animals. You guys are doing that. It's like all over the planet. You know that you are beginning to build the new earth. Prosperity lies ahead, you guys. This is going to be all good, by the way. This is going to be all good. And in fact, this new moon in Taurus will be 6 months from now. You will feel a difference 6 months from now. Understand that there is going to be a lot of grasping. This old guard, this old paradigm, hooey, they're going to fight hard to maintain control of reality. But the enlightened, we don't need their permission to just go ahead and begin to do things differently. Because that's where our prosperity comes from. The more we cling to the old way, the more we suffer. Prosperity comes from building this new earth. I love it, you guys. I love this message. Thank you so much to you for letting me deliver it. Thank you to Spirit for allowing me to deliver it. I am going to go ahead and call this a reading, and drop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about it, okay? Take care.